There's plenty to see, there's plenty to do in Miss Caroline's cupboard.
Hello girls and welcome to your maths lesson. Today we're going to be solving problems by converting time. So let's remind ourselves first of some of our time units that we've worked with in the past. 60 seconds equals 1 minute. 60 minutes is 1 hour. 24 hours is 1 day. 7 days is 1 week. And 365 days equals 1 year. So it's really important, girls, that we remember these conversions as it's going to help us with our problem solving. So take a few moments if you need to pause the video to memorize this information. Okay, now let's see how this is going to help us today. Our first problem. A movie is 2 hours and 34 minutes long. How many minutes altogether? So we have 2 hours and 34 minutes. We have to convert it into minutes. 2 hours and 34 minutes. How many minutes in 2 hours? Let's have a look back. 2 hours. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. And we have 2 hours. So we're going to do 60 times by 2. What's 60 times by 2? What's 2 times 6? You know this one, nice and quick. 120. Okay, then we're going to have to add on the 34 minutes. So we've got 120, add 34. 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 3 is 5. 1 plus nothing is 154. So our answer is 154 minutes. Great. Let's move on to our next one. A camp lasts 2 weeks and 6 days. How many days does it last? So we've got to convert this 2 weeks into days. A camp lasts 2 weeks and 6 days. We have to convert this and then add on the 6 days after. So 2 weeks. Now we know that 1 week is 7 days. So we've got to do 2 times 7. 2 times 7 equals 14. So we've got 14 days so far, and then we've got 14 days plus our 6 days. Equals 20 days. Easy peasy, right? Perfect. Let's move on to our next one. Sonia has a dentist appointment at 3:20 p.m., 20 past 3. She finishes 45 minutes later. What time does she finish? So she starts at 3:20 and she finishes 45 minutes later. How can we work this out? Have a think, girls. How would you work this out? Is there anything you know that can help you? How many minutes are in an hour? 60 minutes. Does that help us at all? Have a look. We know it's 3:20 and we have 45 minutes. Can we make a 60 from these two numbers? We can. 40 plus 20 is 60 minutes, so we know we're going to go to the next hour. So 3:20 plus 40 will bring us all the way around to 4 p.m. And then we can just add on our 5 minutes, which will be 4:05. Now that's a nice quick way to do it in your head. But if you're not sure about that, you can always do it on a number line. So, we have 3:20. And we have to go 45 minutes later. So we could take it very slowly. We could do 45 minutes and we could break it into chunks. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. So we could do it like that, or I could have done one big jump of 20 there, and one big jump of 20 there, and one jump of 5, whatever you feel comfortable with. So then let's work it out. What's 3:20 plus 10 minutes? 3:30. 3:30 plus 10 minutes. 3:40. 3:40 plus 10 minutes. 3:50. 3:50 plus 10 minutes. Is it going to be 3:60? No, it cannot be 3:60. As soon as we get back round to 60 again, it rolls over to the next hour. So it will become 4 p.m. 4 p.m. plus 5 minutes is going to be 4:05. And that is our final answer. 4:05. We have added 10, 20, 30, 40, 5 minutes onto 3:20. And it's given us 4:05 p.m. Which is exactly the same when we did it quickly in our head. Let's see, that 40 added on to the 20, that's 60, so that's 4 o'clock, plus the 5, 4:05. Right, let's have another go, shall we? Bob goes walking at 11:35 for 95 minutes. What time does he get home? What do we know that could help us here? Let's get our number line. What do we know about 95 minutes? Could you convert that into something easier for me? Could you convert that into an hour and minutes? How many hours are in 95 minutes? 95 minutes. 95. How many 60s are in 95? We've got at least one 60, haven't we? So let's take off that 60. That's a whole hour. What do we have left? 95 take away 60 is 35. Okay, so 95 is actually 1 hour and 35 minutes. 1 hour and 35 minutes. Okay, that might be a little easier for us now. So, I've taken that 95 and I've pulled out from it 1 hour. I've pulled out 60 minutes of it and turned it into an hour. And I've got 35 minutes left over. So that's 1 hour and 35 minutes. Right, let's move that onto our number line. So I've got 11:35 a.m. and I've got to add on 1 hour 35 minutes. Okay, so let's add on 1 hour plus 1 hour. What's 11:35 a.m. plus an hour? It's going to be 12:35. Okay, now we're in the PM. So we've added on an hour, so we've done our hour now. Now we've got to add on our 35 minutes. So should we do it in chunks? Let's do it in a chunk of 10, 20, 30, and a 5. So plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 5. So 12:35 plus 10 is 12:45. Plus 10, 12:55. Plus 10, is it going to be 12:65? No, it cannot be 65. So it will be 55 plus 10. Well, if we add on a 5, it's going to get us up to 1 p.m. And we've got another 5 to add, so that'll be 5 minutes past. Let's have a look at that again. 55, if we add a 10, it will be 65. And we know when it reaches that 60, it rolls over to the next hour, look. So from 12 to 1 o'clock. Then we've got that 5 minutes left over. So instead of writing 65, you would write a new hour and then the 5 there. And then we're going to add on 5, so 1, 10. Okay, let's read through that again. So we started at 11:35, we added an hour, which became 12:35. We added 10 minutes, so we're changing our minutes here, 35 to 45. We added another 10 minutes, 45 to 55. We added another 10 minutes, 55 plus 5 would be 1 o'clock, plus 5 would be 5 past 1. And then we've added our 5 here, will be 10 past 1 p.m. Okay, girls? So that is how we work out problems that involve time. We try to make it nice and easy for ourselves by converting it into an hour if we can, taking it in little chunks, and using our number line to help us count carefully. Knowing that there's 60 minutes in an hour is really going to help you here. And remember, you can never have 12:65 or 1:65. So you have to remember what happens when you reach that 60, it ticks over into its next hour. Keep that in mind when you're answering questions. Your independent work is on Education City. Please log in, do that work. If you have any questions, rewatch the video. If not, you can ask us and we will check your score out and feedback to you on Google Classroom. Thanks, girls, and good luck. Bye.